So it didn't come the next day, but I did get it in like 4 days. Got my new fuel pump. Let's stick her in there and see what happens. The old pump's not pumping. And it's kind of like it's really hard to push. This one I can at least actuate. So let's stick it on there and see what happens. Gasket, spacer, gasket. Oh, that'll work. Oh, I think I know why it wasn't working.
Why is that?
The fuel pump wasn't working because somebody put 2 spacers on it.
So it pushed away from the drive?
I would guess. Because it's got a brand new spacer on it, but it's got an old spacer on the cylinder head. You see the spacer?
Yeah.
It's black.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then there was the white spacer that came off of this one.
Right.
And there was 2 gaskets.
And if you look at the wear on the old pump, so the pump's probably okay. You see how the wear is right at the tip? Mm-hmm. I'm going to bet.
Does that one move?
This one moves. That one doesn't move. That's what I mean, it's...
Yeah, that's...
You can hear it actually pumping.
That one doesn't move at all.
It's definitely locked up, so I'm glad we got the new pump. But I'm going to guarantee that this old guy here
Pulled the old double
gasket trick. I'm going to say that guy is going to trash. I bet it'll run now.
Put it out there and lock it up and see if make the mat lock it up.
Clean this gasket off. Sometimes it's the little things. Hey, razor blade. Clean off this old caked on gasket. So clearly this car was not running when it was parked. Well, I'll bet that was our culprit. So this car uses a phenolic spacer between the fuel pump and the engine cylinder head. And there's a lobe on the front of the camshaft that actuates your fuel pump. It actuates the lever on the fuel pump. So with 2 of these on there, it's going to move this lever away from the lobe, and it's not going to be able to actuate the fuel pump the way it needs to. So I'm going to stick this back together with 1 fuel pump spacer. We'll see if it works. Hey, now we got fuel. And we got a fuel pump. We know we have spark.
So as long as we have air.
As long as we have air, it should run. Air, fuel, spark. Oh, you say 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
This pump's different than the other one, but it should be.
The locations are the same.
Locations are the same? Okay.
It looks like, yeah.
Go ahead and stick them back on for me.
So, yeah, it should be this one to that one, that one to that one, and this one to that one.
So jump start. I'm going to guess the carburetor's full of varnish too, but oh well. Let's see what happens. All right, new fuel pump's in start. I put a little prime shot of fuel down into the carburetor. Let's see what happens. Probably need to hook the battery up first. Now let's see what happens. It's the starter solenoid sticks.
Yeah.
I knew better than to think it would start on the first try, but I was being an optimist. Gonna crank it over for me?
Yeah. Leave the gas pedal alone? Or?
Yeah, don't touch the gas pedal.
Okay. Tell me when?
Go ahead. It's actually pumping fuel. Crank it again. Quitting. Purrs like a kitten. Look at that! Come on, runs! It's not bad.
Immediately my throat's like, ah! My eyes are burning. God damn!
Oh, well, it's Toyota.
It'll run on anything. Wow. So, $25?
$28 for a fuel pump. Take your back off. So the new fuel pump and removing the extra phenolic spacer, car runs. It blows piles of black smoke out like it's a coal rolling diesel, but that's not all too surprising yet. It won't move under its own power. I did take a look. The shift linkage for the transmission is hooked up, but it looks to be low on fluid. So I'm going to get this thing up to operating temperature with the engine running, check my fluid level, get it topped up, and then hopefully this thing will move under its own power. The brakes feel pretty good. I did a pretty hard pedal stomp on it and nothing popped or blew out, so it seems to have a good pedal, so that's a plus. So I'm going to stick some ATF in this thing. We'll see what happens. So after I had it running, I checked my transmission fluid again, and clearly the torque converter had drained back, and when I pulled the dipstick out before it was running, it read that it was full, but after I had it running, it's no longer reading full. It's not even showing on the dipstick. And then we'll figure out if we have a transmission leak, because there's really no other reason for it to not have fluid in it other than a transmission fluid leak. It's probably the transmission pan, but we'll see here in a few. So how many quarts low on transmission fluid does it take to make your Toyota Corona not going to gear. Well, it took 2 quarts of transmission fluid to get it back up to the level it needs to be. Let's see if it goes into gear. Because if this works, then I have my purchase price of the car, $28 in a fuel pump, and like $8 in transmission fluid. And I might be able to pull this car out of the drive. Let's find out. So just a minute ago, I said it takes 2 quarts of transmission fluid to get your car out into the drive. It made it about 4 feet, and then it wouldn't go any farther. So apparently I'm still filling up the torque converter. So now it takes 3 quarts of transmission fluid, and we'll see if it can move out into the drive. Wish me luck. I'm feeling brave. It's not coming out like black soot anymore. Maybe it'll clean up. I don't know. That's going to be for the next episode. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you coming along for the ride on some of these cars we play with. Have a great day. Stay safe.